How many scenes have I shot in my lifetime? I would say about 7,000.
Hi guys, I'm Keiran Lee and welcome to the 20th anniversary Brazzers Roundtable. We've got some unbelievable performers. I'm going to shut up and let them introduce themselves. So over to this gentleman first.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Alex Jones. You guys have seen me before, I'm sure, but I'm happy to be here.
There we go. Very, very smooth Alex style.
Yum, yum.
From Alex, from very smooth to very loud, we'll go.
Well, hello, baby. I am your lovely Misty Stone. And if you ain't seen me on Brazzers, I don't know where you been, baby. You better go ahead and open your TV screen and go ahead and let me come into your house. Because it's about to go
talking. She's
down.
Unbelievable.
It's about to go down. We are at the 20th anniversary. We got to give it some juice, baby.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
This is why he likes fucking me.
This
is why he likes fucking me.
It's like everybody opens the door now.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm Misty. You gotta come in.
That speaks more than me.
I know. Isn't that interesting?
Unbelievable.
I know.
So let's go to the quiet.
Oh, I'm only quiet when I'm not comfortable.
There you go. There you go.
I'm Abigaiil Morris, and I am actually comfortable around him.
There you go. Thank you.
So she says.
Yeah, so she says.
Yeah.
From one European to another.
Hey guys, it's Mick Blue. I'm here at the Roundtable today, and it's amazing. Thank you, Brazzers. And I'm pretty sure everybody saw me before, and keep watching my scenes.
And last but not least, one of the queens of Brazzers. One of the queens.
This one with the mouth.
There you
My
go.
goodness.
Smooth
Madison
out.
Ivy here. And it's weird to be talking so much. My mouth is usually too full for this.
But not today.
Not today.
I am sad now.
Today is a safe for work day. Fully clothed. Everybody feels a bit weird, don't we? We're all dressed nice.
It's so Brazzers unusual, right?
I have pants on. This is strange.
But your tits are still out.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was like, man, but those tits are looking really great.
Barely.
Yeah.
Very beautiful memories are out.
That's this one right here. Oof.
Yeah,
Can't
we're
take my
talking about
eyes.
memories.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
I don't like when you say that.
Memories.
He's been teasing me with that for what, like 4 months now?
Yeah, they are fantastic.
It sounds so ewy. No?
What would you like me to say?
I don't know anything
Tits.
except that.
Tits.
Tits is good.
There you
I
go.
like tits.
There
I
you
like
go.
tits.
It's
me
a
too.
classic.
Yes.
There we go.
I love tits.
There we go. So let's go over to the newbie. Do you want to say again what I just said and you just said?
Mm-hmm. I told him less than 10 minutes ago that I was nervous because I'm the youngest at the table and the newest in the industry at this table. So he's using that against me.
One
like
of the
you
most
fool.
beautiful. Look at that. That's got me bonus points, surely, hasn't it?
No.
No, what? Just said you're beautiful.
No, now I'm just red on camera. That's all.
Okay. Well, tell us how you got into the biz and like what your first scenes with Brazzers.
I got into the business because I was doing cosplay, and Brazzers had reached out to me multiple times over like a 2-year period, and I wasn't ready to do mainstream scenes yet. I was just like, I was enjoying the nerdiness of cosplaying at like nerd conventions, which is my favorite thing to do. And then I finally just decided I wanted to try something new, and I'm a huge exhibitionist, so I was like, what a better way to do it than make scenes that everybody in the world can watch, and I thought that was really fucking hot.
Yeah.
So my first scene was called Fucked from the Future, I believe.
Good title.
I was
Who came from the future?
me. I got fucked and I'm from the future.
So you are from the future?
I was.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, that is great.
You're old news like us.
It was with Scott Nails, and I vividly...
Did Scott come from the future too?
No. He was from the...
He came
was
from
old.
the past, no?
Yeah, he was.
They came from the bar. Or...
It was so awkward because they gave me the most, like... Spock-like lines that they could. They were just the most complicated, nerdy lines.
What was your? Can you remember one of your lines?
give us
we
one.
need
One line.
What was the weirdest one?
Fuck.
There we go.
It's original.
That can
No,
happen.
I don't remember. I was talking to like the leader of my spaceship thing, and we had to like talk back and forth. And I was calling her like leader 54680 and asking permission to keep watching videos of people from the past. She was like, "You're not allowed to do that." And
Hold on a second. Are you talking about Keiran right now?
Yeah. From the past, we're going- That's not the same guy that I thought the other week.
No, it wasn't.
I promise it wasn't.
So who was the leader?
I don't know her name.
Oh,
She was not a performer. I don't think.
Asian actress.
Yeah, but no, it was really fun, and I vividly remember it because like I felt like I birthed the baby the next day because it was like my real first like porn dick. So it was like I felt so good during it, and then afterwards I had like a bruise on my chest from his hand, which was really hot, and then I just everything was like stretched out. So it was really fun. I had to go there and like snap my finger and freeze his girlfriend, and we lifted her into a closet. And then we did stuff.
Well, this was a very adventurous scene.
Yeah. So what's been your most memorable scene you've done on Brazzers?
I just shot it like a week ago. I did a...
Give us a spoiler, man. Come on.
It was a blow bang in a shark cage. So I was in a shark cage, and it was pretty much like I need...
Please tell me all the dudes are in like shark onesies.
No. I was like, it was supposed to be...
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
No, it was...
I think she was in the cage. So you were the shark.
I was in the cage. It was
you were
called
the cock
like...
shark.
You're the diver or are you the shark?
It had nothing to do with sharks.
Oh, okay, so there's no shark. Somehow I'm disappointed.
It was called like Caged, Come Hungry, Slut or something like that.
Okay.
Got it.
And so the point was that pretty much if they didn't lock me in a cage, I was just gonna like fuck everyone, which is very much like me. So yeah,
For
it was
everybody's
great.
safety at that point.
Yeah.
Safety first. Safety.
So they left you in the cage the whole time.
No, eventually they took me out. Eventually they were
So
like,
you
well,
fucked everybody.
No, I sucked everybody.
All
Oh,
right.
okay. I misunderstood. You know,
I begged to get
I
fucked.
thought you said, they put you in the cage because if you wouldn't be in the cage, you would fuck everybody.
Right?
So I thought
Continuity error.
Where will we see this scene?
When or where?
When?
Oh,
When? Yeah.
Where?
don't
Sorry,
get to
where's
know
it?
that.
So it's on Brazzers, not
it's
short.
obviously Brazzers.
Oh, okay. No, I was like, I'm waiting.
Only the best.
Yeah, there we go. Right, should we move on?
Yes, please.
She's adorable.
Okay. Well, let's go Mick, because we've had to... Listen,
I
can
was
we
just
say
about to
everything?
drink
Well,
a
let's
sip,
just say
yeah.
what
We
said.
want to say.
Mick had to have a look who his scene was, and he
Okay.
still hasn't got a clue.
I didn't get the information yet. I do know an answer. The first scene for Digital Playground was supposed to be in 2006.
Yes.
And I think I remember what it was.
You're like,
It was in America.
there we go.
That's a start.
We got the country.
And I think it was a feature movie for Robbie D.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to fuck.
What?
I only got
Wait, do we ever
like
fucking
an
do
amazing
videos?
blowjob. You see, blow bang to blowjob.
There we go.
I like it. That's how you start.
From the one and only Jessie Jane.
All right now.
And I gotta tell you, I mean, it was definitely a blowjob of a lifetime.
There you go. Yes, it can be.
Brazzers whatsoever. I think we need to put the ball quick to.
No, let's just put Mick under pressure.
Yeah.
Mick, remember,
He wants
not
the Brazzers nuts to come from him
Listen,
out here. I don't
I
think so.
have-
Not today, honey.
I have a login to Brazzers.
It should be on the last page. Go on
and-
Mick's profile.
We gotta check the archive on this one.
I did. I mean, if it's correct,
Yes.
The last page.
if it is correct, I did. I mean, but I don't think so. That was for Brazzers. I mean, I have for Hard Candy 01 with a lovely girl named Riley Mason, May 1st, 2006. So 18 years ago. But
Wow.
that seems a little bit early, right?
18 years? Has it really been that long?
First scene.
The Habit.
It is called Tits on a Plane.
Tits
There we
on a
go.
plane.
Tits on a plane. Hold on.
With who?
And when was it? Who was it with?
Look it up. I have the title.
Tits on a plane.
How can I look it up?
You
Just put tits on a plane with your name. Put your name. Tits on a plane.
Okay.
your name?
Okay. Lay at it.
January 21st, 2009.
There we go.
January 21st,
2009.
2009. Wow, that's
Lily
amazing.
Lovely.
And who was the girl?
Lily, lovely.
Lily Lovely. She was
Tell
very
us
lovely.
about Lily, Mick.
Tell us all about Lily.
She was very lovely.
She was really lovely.
To be be honest, it's quite hard to piece all the puzzles together, especially 2009. That's now. Let's do a little bit mathematics. It's like 14, 15 years ago. So how many scenes have I shot in my lifetime? I would say about 7,000.
God damn.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that's a lot of fucking.
Anywhere between 6,000 to 7,000, I would say.
My goodness.
I know. I made a calculation one time. If I take the size of my penis, right, and I calculate an average stroke rhythm for each scene that I've done.
Yes.
And take the length multiplied by the strokes that I've done in a scene. I would have fucked myself from LA to Miami.
All right now.
You fucked yourself? Sorry?
From LA to Miami.
Like
The distance.
Yeah, the distance.
Okay, how much cum do you think you've? Let me say that again. How much sperm do you think you've deposited?
Calculations.
I don't know. I mean, it's like how much sperm?
I'm not milking a cow. It depends how.
I think it's like, I mean, for my 20th anniversary scene, it's like for Brazzers, we should just reenact that and take a nice villa, empty the water out of the pool and fill it with spunk. And that's probably how much spunk I've given to the beautiful women in this industry.
In there is the fountain of youth.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, I'll deep dive right up in there, baby.
Let's fill a pool with spunk, and
sperm facials are all the rage these days. Like, it is the new cosmetic procedure everybody wants. And I'm dead ass serious. Salmon sperm facials.
Is that for real?
Yeah, it is for real.
Wait, what?
100% real.
Salmon?
Yes, no,
I totally thought it was
salmon. Yeah, salmon, like the fish.
I totally
like
thought.
That fish.
I'm gonna have to try this.
I mean,
I don't like.
Is this?
I think we got enough here. Let's do facials.
Yeah, I'm down, baby.
But no, salmon sperm facials.
Please invite me to go get the salmon sperm facial.
Who is milking the salmon?
Okay, well that's what I need.
Wait, that's a weird
job
one.
is this?
I mean, that's kind of like animal cruelty.
How would you?
No, it is. I mean, that's why I don't know.
Does this salmon have a good life?
Anyway, let's move on from that.
The question is, does the salmon have to watch a Brazzers scene?
Always.
Well, baby, now we talking.
Let's move from this on. Okay, Nick, I'll ask you one question. One of the most annoying questions I think I was asked. What was such and such lady like? When people ask you, and sometimes your mind just goes blank. You're like, have I actually worked with that girl?
So here's the thing, I'm pretty sure you experienced the same thing as I did. The worst situation is that you go in a room and you see a bunch of women there. Let's say it's an industry party, or even you come to set and whatnot, and then you go to the lady, you want to be nice and say like, oh, very nice to meet you, my name is Mick and stuff like this. And the girl says, we work together.
I know.
You don't remember we had at least 5 or 6 times sex? I was like, yes, of course I remember, So in the end of the day, what I changed is, I rarely say, unless I'm 100% sure, I never say, very nice to meet you. I always say,
very smart.
Oh, so good to see you.
Yes.
It's so good to see you.
He's learned
mine
his
is,
lesson.
I always go, morning beautiful, how are you, sweetheart, like that. And then I can Peggy will text me from the side and go, you've worked with her before.
I can't.
And I'm like, okay.
But I don't have a makeup artist texting me. It's like,
No, I'm like,
you just came into the room. It's like, you did with
Peggy,
her
wherever
scenes.
Peggy is, she will vouch for that.
She's got your back.
She's like, yeah, you've worked with her before, and or I'll Google it, and I'll put Keiran Lee. XXX, and then I'll be like, oh, and then I look really good because I'll come in. I remember that scene.
Yeah,
you did.
oh my God,
Remember?
yeah,
I was a doctor, and she's like,
I will just
you
act
remembered.
White couch, yeah.
In the end of the day, you're cheating.
Yeah. Yeah, and
But it's good.
that's a good cheat code. That's a good cheat code.
I'll take that cheat code.
Misty, let's
Very good story, though.
Misty,
Very good.
you
Yes.
listen.
What?
Let's talk about you.
You
like,
know-
what are your memorable scenes?
Memorable. You know, I tend to put things in the back of my memory because I like all new things, baby.
No,
I like
Put it
everything
this way:
brand
if you
new.
don't say one scene, me and you are falling out.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh, no.
Wait.
Okay, wait.
Which one?
But that's the when I
Wait.
played Beyonce, cuz.
There we go.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, okay, that's what's your line. He
No.
played Austin Powers, and I played Beyonce, and that was really
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
And my hair and my makeup was so fly.
Mine too.
Oh, your makeup was amazing.
show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always.
So that is.
I had a wig
I don't know
on
if
with
that's one of my
false
very first scenes, but that's one of my very memorable
Okay,
scenes.
now I'm gonna have to go watch this.
And it helped me actually become a big star, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see what
I think we need a viewing party right now.
Yes, and I'm
It was a
like,
song.
I'm so. Oh, we did do
We
a
had a-
song.
You did a
I'm
song.
so into the '70s look. I'm very Afrocentric, as you guys can see. So that was the role for me.
Should we see if I can pull it up? Go on, you keep talking.
Do it because I know
wanna
there
see-
was
I
a
wanna-
specific
all
song.
I can think right now is Austin Powers.
Yes.
And how Keiran would look
I
like.
look fucking
It was
brilliant.
hilarious.
I wanna see that.
promise you guys. It is hilarious. He looks really good. They
I mean,
did
I
great
can, I
makeup.
can see you as Beyonce.
Yeah, duh.
I can't really see Keiran as.
And I had a song that I sang.
sang. Austin Powers, Mike Myers, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Mike
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Now, do you like to sing?
I in the shower.
In the shower.
I just have this very seductive voice,
Oh, you
baby.
can
So that's what I do.
tell. You can tell.
But that's just because I just have rhythm. That comes in my genes. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be in your jeans.
Yes.
Like Beyonce.
Yes. So I think it was fun, but no, in particular, I prefer not to sing. I do have a
Okay.
song out.
Oh, do you? Wait, we gotta hear the song.
It's a rap song, though. It's a rap song.
But no, we want to
It's
hear
a rap
this.
song.
It's like a quick music break while Keiran tries to find his
Definitely.
I
pictures.
found
of
it,
the
but
house.
they're all with my penis in.
He's like, I don't know if I can show this.
I was like, my dick look good.
We'll just cover up the dick part.
Good,
Yeah.
good trim
Man,
job.
we were young
Great.
and hot. I mean, not
Yeah.
saying that we're not. We're fucking awesome.
Was it bigger
But-
before?
Yeah, I think it is, you know. I look at my dick sometimes. It does, I'm sure it does. Sometimes I look at pictures of my dick and go, wow,
Yeah.
that's a great looking
Right?
dick. And then sometimes I look now and go,
I mean,
it shrunk a bit, hasn't it?
it would just make sense, you know. It's like if you have a car, you know, it's like and tires on it, you know, the rubber goes away.
The thing is, you can never beat a classic. You
Yeah.
can never beat a classic, can
Come on,
you?
baby.
There we go, right. But
Very
yeah, that
good.
was a
That's a
fantastic-
classic movie.
There we
Actually,
go.
it is.
Classic movie,
So,
classic performance. We're just classics,
Yeah,
aren't
we some classics, baby.
There we go.
They
Right.
can't replace us. They tried it.
We'll be here forever.
You tried it.
There you go. You've never worked with
tried
Misty,
it.
have you?
Oh my
No,
god.
I am not.
Okay,
I am not.
so-
No, but I want to.
Okay, so one thing I
He's
will
next
tell
on
you.
my list.
If your call time is 12, don't bother coming till about 4. This is working with Misty.
Okay, I'm really getting better at this, though. I want you to know this. Okay, I'm usually on an hour late. That's why we did not shoot.
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah,
it.
we were supposed to shoot recently.
Yes, because
Not
So
sure.
I'm getting
So
much
you
better
know
at
it.
this. He's aware. He's learning.
To be fair,
He's
call
married to
times used to
Misty
be like
Wings.
7 a.m. for girls.
Man,
Like,
it used to be.
that getting
No,
up
no,
at
no.
4 a.m. to
I
be
would
on set by
never.
7.
Can I
Yes.
tell you what I
When I
used
work
to
for
do
babe.
when I would book Misty? I would give Misty
Give it to me, babe.
the wrong call time.
Yeah.
So I would tell the crew, okay, it's going to be like 10. Misty, your call time's 8. And then she'll be like, I'm on my way. I'm just, yes.
And it's like 9:30. He's like, yo, you're on time, honey.
She's on time, baby.
Yeah, I'm right on
She's like,
time.
everyone's just got there and like,
Yeah,
Misty's
my
like,
agent is really good with that. But you know, I've been around, I think 18 years. So I think everybody's aware that this is just something that comes with the territory.
They plan
So
ahead.
and instead of getting upset with me and saying, oh, you're not respectful of time, da 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 da, you know, rah rah rah, they just like, look, bitch.
it's Misty. But what you get afterwards is
It's
dynamite.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
I am so fun.
She's
so
like one
it's
of the
worth
best.
that extra hour to just say, hey.
Extra what?
You know, yeah.
Hour?
You just say,
Extra.
yeah, that's how good
2
I'm
hours?
doing. Well, that's how good I'm doing now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just put an extra hour on there, and then, oh my God, here I am. My agent is really good at it. They're fucking fantastic. And this is why I love you guys.
Yeah.
It's my
so
family.
the agent doesn't give you the red call time.
No one gives you the right call time.
That's been my life.
I mean, fair enough.
Yes.
Fair enough. Misty knows now the agent doesn't give her the right
No,
call
I
time.
do know that.
So in her mind, she's like, listen,
good.
if I
I'm
would
about to have
be
some
really on
coffee.
time today, you know,
Let me
it's
smoke
like,
a blunt.
But you know what is really annoying about Misty?
Yes.
She is never fucking aged.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
I know.
Like
I'm
Misty.
gonna suck on him next.
Don't do it. We told you, Alex.
Oh,
do not do
hey,
it.
you can take
go
my
old
life
and grey
force.
like me.
It's
and
all
Mick.
good.
you see the gray hair?
Yeah.
It's like we're all
This is what
working
happens.
on
Embracing
several
the old
times.
age. I'm a dad
No,
now. You know what I mean?
You
I
super
gotta.
dad now? You can be my daddy.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
She's gonna hocus pocus that shit on you. I'm telling you, she's gonna suck your penis.
You see he's got
suck
grey
your
hair
youth
now.
out, yeah.
It's a trip of no return, you know.
Yeah. He knows too.
The bright side is the penis grows from it, you know.
Yeah, go on.
Go on. What?
Let's talk about some of your first scenes.
Oh. Okay, so the one that I can remember, the earliest one, you actually directed this.
What? Look at him.
Was he a good director?
He's a proud.
No, he was, and it's actually pretty funny because I don't want to put the girl on the spot, but
That's okay. Go
I
here.
played a police officer, and it was Diamond Fox and another girl who. Do you remember this?
Yes. We're gonna say it. We're gonna say it.
Okay,
You're gonna say it now.
What was her name? Tiffany something.
Haddish.
No. Old school girl.
No.
I don't know.
She got popular from like showing her boobs at
No, it
football
wasn't.
games and shit like that. She was young.
I don't know. Peg, who was it?
Look, he's always got his back up. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
It's like my right man.
Uh,
that's my right hand.
But I remember it was like one of her first scenes, and you had worked with Diamond before.
Yeah, I've known her she did my first ever Brazzers scene under contract, Diamond Fox, and we had to fuck on the stairs. But carry on.
Yeah, and so she, you were telling us what position to get into, and this girl Tiffany wasn't understanding what you were saying, and so you went to show us, and you moved Diamond into position because you know her and you don't know the other girl. And I think she took that as like,
I preferred the other lady.
yeah.
So I was like, no, I like you both. Go on.
Yeah, and she broke down, yeah, and
We don't do
and it ended up, but the behind us, the background was like a sliding glass door to the backyard, so it was like daylight when we started.
Yeah.
And by the time that we got back into it, like it was nighttime outside,
night.
like so it was just.
I think I know exactly which scene you're talking about because I heard about this one.
Yeah.
I heard about this one like for a long
My
time.
first time ever meeting Alex, and it was. He was brilliant. I
Wait,
was
so
like,
one question: were you on time that day? Because
always on time.
every time he's directed one of my scenes, he's been late.
But no. There's different Keiran times. There's crew time, Keiran time.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
But the Keiran time is not disclosed, you know.
No.
So
Yeah.
so you
won't
think
know what time it
you
is.
think it may be
So
late.
you know what? Every time I
but
show you, I've been
it's
early.
actually early.
There you go.
If you look
For
at his
me.
call list.
Yeah, for my call time.
He was actually.
I've got the same agent as Misty. Come whenever. Just do your job. There you go. You're fine. So no. So
Smile when you do it, gosh darn it.
So Alex, you're still newbie in a sense, even though you've been around for a long time.
Yeah, I started in 2012, which is, it sounds crazy right now because
It's still young in porn years, isn't it? Like porn years are like dog years. Do you know what I mean?
right.
Blowing up, baby.
Because I'm mixed, I swear to God, you know what I mean? I didn't, like, Blacked wouldn't shoot me, like, at different interracial sites. Like, if they did shoot me, right, I show up and they would be like, here, put on this 5XL t-shirt and this chain. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? You know?
He's like, I'm not gonna wear this.
But you know what I mean? It was kind of crazy at the time, like when I started. So I've watched like OnlyFans come to be, and you know, everyone, the Black Lives Matter and cancel culture and all this stuff, and it reshaped the industry. Then there was COVID and all this stuff. I feel like things have changed so much, and I felt like at the time when I got in, I had to do it in a way that like performers back in the day had to do it. You just had to fucking
Find yourself.
find yourself and work your way up the ladder and this and that. And then now that everyone and their mom is doing it, and everyone's got an OnlyFans, you know what I mean?
You should see my mom's.
Mom's got one too.
You know, but
You just have to go on Twitter, and listen to the conversations Manuel and Keiran have about moms.
yeah, you know, but
Very exchangeable.
People, everyone's like recruited from everywhere. You know what I mean? And not that I'm, it's not a good thing or anything. You can find these diamonds in the rough, but you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
That's a compliment.
Well, but for the most part, I feel like you don't have to. It's not the same as far as like the.
It's easier for guys now, I would say. To get
Yes,
into business.
absolutely, absolutely.
Because like we had like a plethora of new guys, and you're like, who's it? Oh, he's shooting content. He's like look at like Girthmaster. That guy, he's just popped up out of nowhere. Big old schlong on him, but he's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong, you do get the odd knobheads that come in,
Right.
And you're like, okay, whatever.
Right.
Well,
right.
they're teaching me something because I don't really focus more so on the male perspective from the industry. So this is very enlightening. Thank you, baby. Yes, thank you for sharing.
You never worked with Madison ever, have you?
I worked with like the same
Alex,
5
let's forget you
guys
now.
for ages.
Let's just say Madison makes you feel like an absolute god.
I have to attest to that too.
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
Well, I had to thank James Dean actually because I was a big fan of yours before I got in the industry. Like, huge fan. He was the one I always watched. And I was like, oh my God, I want to work with Mick Blue so bad. And James heard this and was like, all right, I'm going to set this up. Book the scene, put us together. We were shooting in like some cell phone store, actually.
Yeah.
Mickey's like going,
This,
was it Lily Lovely? It was
really
Lily Lovely.
random as fuck. But the scene never came out. James just put this together so I could fuck him. And I was just like,
Oh, what a good friend.
such a good friend.
That's what friends are.
I was like, such a sweetheart on
That's
that
why
one.
I like my porn friend.
And
That's why.
the truth to the matter is, we would do it again.
We would do it again. We would do it again. But this
I
one,
don't
though.
care.
There you go.
How did I
Never.
Alex has got that at the minute. Every girl wants to bang the shit out of Alex.
Yeah,
He's got a massive old
I'm gonna get me
schlong.
some of that dick. The
A
audacity.
nice guy.
But he's also a player that seems like a lover boy.
Oh, he does
Yeah,
me.
let's be real. You are a bit of a player. aren't
You seem
Come
very
on.
sweet, but you might
Like,
get me down.
I try not to be.
Shut up.
You're not sexy.
Alex is one of them. You talk to any guy, oh yeah, I'm just shooting content with Alex. Just shooting content with Alex.
Yeah, just shooting content with Alex.
He's
Again.
just like, fuck.
Alex is at my house. We're just shooting content.
Yeah, I'm like, that dick
I'm
gets
making them.
about.
I'm making them some chicken. I'm making them some chicken and rice.
It's
with
not
some
a bad
gravy.
thing though. If you're shooting with Alex, you know that you're gonna feel like special in the moment. I feel like I really appreciate that because there's a lot of guys on set that they get so jaded that they forget to treat the female as a female, that they do just treat them as like a body in the moment for the scene. And I feel like Alex hasn't got jaded in that sense. Like no matter if it's romantic or not, but he makes you feel like that in the moment, and it makes the chemistry in the scene seem so much more than it is.
Yes.
He's definitely
Now we
paid you
really
to
wanna
say
fuck.
this, isn't it? Like, I want to check the
He
text
paid me a
messages,
dick.
Surprise. So let's talk about some of your most memorable scenes. 'Cause I can say one.
This one
No,
put
it's not
me
with
through
me.
some things.
Yeah, with Mick.
With Mick.
I just wanted to say that, it's like Madison and I, besides the scene in the cell phone store that never got released, we have a little bit of a history.
We do. We do. We're all
And
college buddies.
it was the full moon scene. Remember?
Oh my
when
God.
when she did her first anal.
Yes.
And
That scene. That's why I'm great.
yeah, but it was. The scene was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. No.
It didn't help though that we started filming at sunset because we needed night, so we went so late. It
But
was like
was a
3, 4 in the morning.
special moon eclipse tour or something like
it
that.
was.
Not only that,
Yes.
it was one of them. I got this.
Yes.
Madison's first saying that it has to be perfect. I'm
And
like,
it
okay.
was.
But then, okay.
I was under the moonlight.
So I get sent the script. The
was
office
a
go,
full moon.
this is Madison's idea. I'm like, Egyptian what? Snakes what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well, I wanted a lion, but I settled for the snake.
In chains and stuff like that.
Yeah. I was like, how the fuck am I going to get this? Sorry. How am I going to get this?
I didn't.
Like, location. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, it took...
And Brazzers slayed that shit.
No, they didn't. I did.
You did.
No, they
you
did.
did. You
they
did.
F all. I did it.
You guys...
Let's put it real.
It's true.
They did nothing. They just said,
true.
can you make it happen? Yeah, I'll guess.
You did my booty hole justice.
I
appreciate you.
We had... Literally, like you said, that you looked amazing. But then
So
we
fun.
had the snake, where we had the owner of the snake go, he's got to get in. The snake's getting cold.
Yup.
We're like,
The snake gets
the snake is getting cold.
I was like, wrap it around me. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, night.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was like this 9-foot albino python.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Oh my God, I am
was
so on my
loving
spiritual
it.
journey, so
And that
you
was just
cannot
his
let me
dick.
fuck in front
And
of
that
the
was
moon
just
like
his penis.
eclipse
That
with a
was just his
snake, and I
penis.
feel like I'm a goddess. Girl, bye. That is an idea for that ass.
I have to say it was definitely one of my favorite scenes to do.
Honestly,
it was hard work, you know.
Yes.
I like
it was you handled it so
you know,
good
and all that kind of stuff.
with
but
the cold.
it was just amazing. And
people
and
that don't
especially
know
Dave
about that scene.
with the moon eclipse. And,
But the people that don't know about that scene and they look at it and go, wow, look at that set. That looks amazing. Little did they know it was a tennis court.
I know. It was
Yep.
a tennis
It was
court.
a tennis court.
It was nuts.
In
It looked
Malibu,
so
tennis court.
good.
And we're like, well, okay, we've made it.
We had all the,
Andy
like, the little
Appleton,
fire
and like we finished, I
around.
think we finished like at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. 2
It was so
Sometimes
late.
it happens like that.
It was so
No,
late.
but it was well worth it. I
It
mean,
was
it's
worth
like,
it.
Sometimes
You had Holly Randall taking your pics.
Yes.
Holly, that's why we took so long.
Yes.
Holly took for fucking ever.
That one slow-mo shot when my pupils just go huge right when you put it in my butt.
Yeah.
That was in like every ad for forever. Like it's just huge eyes. That was so good.
So if I want my first anal to be amazing, I have to have you do it.
No, not now. Go Lexi or Leah. Do you know what I mean? I'm jaded with it now, man. I'm sure you've taken a lot of dick in your bum. No?
No.
Is it no? You ever had one in your bum?
No. I've had like a finger.
What? Okay, let's go back to Abigaiil. Right. So what is one scene that you would love to have done? Or love to do, shall I say? Apart from the Shark Tank, baby
I want to
shark.
do a gangbang. But a lot of the things with gangbangs is they don't usually do it unless you can also do airtight and like include anal. And I'm not ready for that yet. But I would love to do it. Like I love to just like be there and be used and beat up. So I feel like a gangbang would be like the perfect place to do that.
Question, Missy, you've never taken out the shitter, have you?
I do not.
There you go.
I am a special type of being, baby.
There you go.
Yeah, Roxy Reynolds was my mentor, and she taught me that I didn't need to. I could be a star no matter what. I didn't have to take golf balls up my butthole or shoot out.
Ever taken one off camera up there?
You know, I have.
What do you think? Like it?
I didn't care for it. It feels like I'm gonna go poop.
Me too.
But I feel like the thing is that like even if you enjoy it in your personal life, it's most likely a human-sized penis. I don't really feel like taking an entire forearm up my ass.
But I have friends that would prefer to have sex in their ass opposed to their pussy. They say it's much more pleasurable. So, I mean, it just depends on the body,
A
right?
lot of girls say they prefer a DP to just anal.
I was just gonna say, because you get the stimulation from your pussy and it kind of helps with that little loosen, that relaxation.
Ladies off camera, any...
We'll help you with that.
Oh, wow, thank you.
So coming to the DP, Annika, my wife, she always said, you know, it's like if all the women in the world would get DP'd, there would be world peace.
There we go. So, ladies, me, Mick, and Alex will be in the back if we want to start with...
We are
I can
here.
do double badge. I can do that. I actually
We
did
can
that the
take
other
a
day.
commercial break and start practicing on the DP.
Yeah. Well, double badge for me, please.
Well, okay, what kind of scene would you like to
I
have?
prefer double vag. If I'm
You've
gonna
done
go
double-
crazy, you know, that's my crazy thing. That's like, oh my gosh, look at what Misty did with that little pussy, baby.
is
That
tight.
motherfucker is perfect. Yeah, I did that. Look what I can do. Look what I can do.
Let's say that legal lady's vagina.
Yeah, that's
probably
that.
better.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That fucking amazing little beautiful pussy.
It is beautiful.
Yes. So yeah, I just when I can do
You've done-
fucking magic tricks.
Have you done double vag?
Yes, of course. I just did it a couple days ago. I was really.
As you
that's
do.
why I'm so excited right now.
As you do.
Yeah.
So I haven't yet. I have not tried.
Yeah, it's
I'm always
fun.
watching and I'm just like, it's magic.
It's
It's magic.
The guys in here are going,
Man, it's so
not for me.
Yeah, it's hard. Oh yeah, it's intense. Yeah,
But it's like
I think the future has been written now.
So, let's talk about some of your funniest moments on set. Lighten it up.
lighten it up. Let's see. How about how you just love this one? This
Okay,
one right
fuck,
here.
here we go. Is this lightening
love
up?
putting me through. You were like, okay, what can I put her through today? Like, let's see. Let's talk about the couch outside by the pool in January. Yes. I'm in like this teeny tiny little mini
You looked
dress.
amazing.
I look
though.
good.
Yeah, you look
I look good. It was fucking freezing.
Hang on a minute. It was your idea to make it. That was your wardrobe.
It was
and
my
everything.
wardrobe, but I didn't realize we were going to be outside next to a pool on a mountaintop. So the wind is just gusting.
Freezing.
This one comes out in a full 3-piece suit. Doesn't take a piece off the
Took my
entire
dick
thing.
out.
Took the dick out. I'm just
Fucked.
like, fuck
And like, Madison,
me.
like, I'm like,
It's so
do you want my
good.
jacket? We look good.
It looked
We
great.
look good.
It looked great.
I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
And then
you wipe my
again,
brow.
and then again, when you put me on the hood of the Mustang and you're just
Again?
spraying me with the hose in January, and I'm
Did look good.
It looked great.
Looked fucking brilliant. So put it this way:
so
three of your greatest ever looks on Brazzers were.
All right.
And I was freezing
no pain,
every
no
time.
gain.
That's real.
There we go.
That's real.
I think it has to do with the nipples.
I think that's
Yeah, you have got a fantastic.
It's
nipples.
kind of like your nipples look great,
I have to
but it seems
Censor.
it seems in January with the temperatures.
Hey, guess what? January's coming up. What should we do this time?
Madison, it could have been worse. You know what could have been worse?
What could have been worse?
At least Keiran did the scene.
There we go.
It could have been a situation. I don't want to.
You could have had a
I
fucking
don't want to name any directors' names, you know. It could have been a situation where you're outside, the male talent is outside, you know, in January, and the director sits there
It's very true.
with a Canadian Goose down jacket, you know. It's like, okay, let's shoot the
I
scene.
did. I'm not gonna lie. I was shouting through the window. Good job, Madison. Good job with my hot cocoa.
But that's the thing. You came in. You always give me the good
High five.
stuff.
Give you the good
Always
dick.
do.
Give you the
And
good-
I'm never pulling taffy when I'm
There
working
we
with this
go.
one.
But I will say this. I'm going to say this because they can cut it out if not. I did shit myself once, didn't I, when I worked with you? Because I thought I killed Madison. Thought I killed her.
Oh yes.
I thought you were talking about you literally shit yourself.
No,
I was
but
like, wow.
to be fair,
I
there
was
was
like,
a good
you
chance.
covered that really well.
I was like,
if
you
did.
probably would have had to check. So we're going at it. Rough, passionate, brilliant scene. She likes to be choked. I'm like, okay, yeah, great. Madison had a tendency to,
Take a little nappy nap.
and I'm like, okay, I know how to get Madison back.
Wake her up.
No. Oh, shit.
It's like,
and then she
where
came
are
back,
you?
I was like,
Where are you,
oh.
my lady?
I was like, thank God for that. Like, my heart was going. I thought, I've killed Madison Ivy. I've killed Madison Ivy.
The echoing gasp that just went around.
It's like death by dick.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh no.
But isn't that a great way to go out? If I had to go out, I would want to be choked and fucked to death. I mean, like,
It's like
that's the
a
thing.
death by orgasm.
Death by orgasm. Yes, in a nice way.
In a nice way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like nice.
No one for me. My dick went, whoop. Killed her.
But that was the nice thing about always working for Brazzers. You guys always had the best setup. You always made us feel the sexiest. I worked for so many companies over the years, and so many times it was like, wow, you didn't even ask like my sizes for my wardrobe, like the most amazing wardrobe for Brazzers always. And I'm short. I'm 4'11". It is hard to fit me. So it was just so
Baby cat.
nice. Baby cat.
Yeah, they really do take good care of us. Truly, they make it feel like you're really on set and having a good experience.
Yeah.
Yes, professional.
I just want to talk about my first scene with Brazzers because I really, really wanted to shoot with Brazzers. And back when I first started, companies wouldn't book you based off your photos. So you would do go-sees.
Yes.
And so you gotta go in, you gotta strip down, you do a little shimmy, show them what you got.
Right.
Because, I mean, obviously, Photoshop is so severe. I've showed up so many times where I'm like, I don't recognize the person I'm working with. And it's terrifying. But I remember I got the call one morning And they were like, Brazzers wants to shoot you. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. What's it for? They're like, I don't know. A girl didn't show up. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. So I get there and it's Ramon, classic performer. We love him. Yeah. But he's in this giant birthday box, completely naked with balloons tied around his dick. And I'm just like, oh, I'm very special right now. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for this. And
did you pop the balloons?
I definitely popped the balloons. But it was like that thing you were talking about when you have your real first porn dick and you just go home afterwards and you're just like, what's happened to me?
Okay, but
So what
wait,
is
hang
the
on.
porn
In your
dick?
personal life, you definitely had porn-sized dick.
Yes, but it's not the porn level of fucking. Because, like, scenes used to be 45 minutes to an hour long, and that was minimum.
I could disagree with you on this one.
You can disagree with me.
I could.
You could disagree with me because I'm going to make you buster. Really? That was like, I remember a few times you'd be like, get off of me. I'm sorry.
Oh, mate, that's the worst.
But no, fucking for 45 minutes is just, oh my God, I can feel my heartbeat in my pussy when I left set. And I'm just like, the aftershocks is intense.
I think on a porn set it's also the way how the positions are, you know.
Yes, the opening up.
Yeah, when you open up, and for example, I always explain it like this, you know. It's like you have men and wife and stuff like this. At home they have sex like that.
Yes.
Right.
I apologize.
But in porn, you know, it's like you ain't see nothing if you do like that. So in porn we have to do like this. That makes our dick look bigger. Mm-hmm. But it also puts like a lot of strength, you know, on the vagina walls, on the dicks itself, and all that kind of stuff. I think that's why it's a little bit more exhausting. You know, it's like maybe a little bit more sore after 45 minutes to an hour.
Definitely.
Because I think everyone from us, but also people out there in the personal life, they had situations where they had sex for 45 minutes to an hour, or maybe even longer, and they didn't feel like it was porn dick.
Very true.
Right.
Very true.
Okay, in your personal life, how long do you last, Mick?
I last as long as I want to.
Oh, mate, I two-pump trumpet.
No, but there's a but to the answer. I last how long I want to, but I think in my perfect world, having sex in my private life is, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes quick.
See, I can't sometimes.
I love when people pop quick though. I feel like, ooh, I did good.
Yes.
But that's the thing. I did an interview once. They were like, "What's the difference between set sex and home life?" I'm like, "Oh, set, I can go how long you want. At home, if the moment's there, I'm going to come." I said, "There's times that I've like two-pump chomped it with my wife and had to apologise and go, I'll get you next time." And then they ran the arch for lads, Paul Casanova flop in bed. I was like, "Not really, but yeah."
Now, what was your first scene?
My first scene. Oh, okay. Back when the dinosaurs were around.
Yeah. Yes. It's actually chiseled on a tablet somewhere.
Pretty like that. My first ever scene for Brazzers was Misty Vonage. This is before your time.
I was going to say,
I think it was 2006, the first scene. And I remember I'd just come from shooting in Europe. I'd done 30, 40 scenes that month in Europe, and I was coming out for a friend's wedding. And I was like, I'm coming on vacation, I am not working. And they've just got married, and I'm like the third wheel. I'm like, fuck, okay. And Brazzers at the time, there's girls that you probably won't remember, a girl called Lachelle Marie. Okay, I don't know, Mick will probably know. Lachelle Marie, blonde lady. She was like, you should shoot for Brazzers, they'd love you. And I was like, I've never heard of them. I'm fine. And then, so I turned down the opportunity first. I went, nah, I'm good. And then, I want to say about a few days later, they had a cancellation, said, do you want to come and shoot? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I was fed up playing the third wheel, flew to Vegas, and they gave me the script. They said, right, you broke your leg. I'm like, so you can stay in character. You broke your leg, she's going to give you a bed bath, you get a hard on, she fucks you. Okay, I'm like, great. And in my head, I'm thinking, I've got to stay in character. I've got a broken leg. How can I put my leg down? So anyway, it gets to the sex, and I've done the whole scene on crutches with one leg. Yeah. And I fucked her and done all that, and the director at the time goes, wow, that was brilliant. Guys, why didn't you put your leg down? And he went, it's broken. I've broken. He's like, yeah, but in the scene, I was like, fucking hell. So that was my first ever scene. And
He's like, I didn't know I didn't have to do that.
yeah, I was like, I would have made it a lot easier. Imagine trying to do doggy on crutches.
Yes.
Like, I look like something
But
like
it's
special.
the
isn't it?
commitment.
that was that.
You're such in character, man.
That was that. And
Yes.
then after that, my first ever scene released for Brazzers was one with Veronica Rain. And it was me, Veronica, Jordan Ash, and another guy called, I want to say his name was Joey something. I can't remember, but young kid. It really nice, and 3-on-1. I was like, fucking hell. But that was that. And then I went home.
Sounds like a good day.
Yeah, I went home, came back, and Brazzers offered me a contract, and there I am. Never got rid of me. I've just been
$1 million dick.
$1 million dick.
They insured that.
Yeah, they insured it. I had the billboard on Sunset.
Yeah.
So they've done right by me. Like I always say this: if it wasn't for Brazzers, I would never have had the career I had, and never have had the name, because a lot of guys just go under the radar, and it's like I look at some guys and I look at, and Mick can attest, like to me, some of the best ever performers. Eric Overhard, I think, was one of the best ever.
Oh my
performers.
gosh, yes he was.
But I don't think he ever got the recognition.
Correct. He didn't have the correct
deserved.
company behind him, backing him.
But
The
for
money,
me, he
yeah.
was unbelievable
Yes.
performer. And again, look at like some of the other guys. John Strong, I think.
Yes.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows John Strong
Yes.
is like Mr. Anchorman.
Yes.
He is unbelievable.
Mr.
And,
Anchorman.
and that's it. But like I say, for me, if it wasn't for Brazzers, there's no Keiran Lee.
Yeah.
Why we love
I love that.
Mate,
Aww.
And they've stuck with my old ass, just,
Yeah.
getting older and older. Have you ever had any embarrassing moments on set? That you can say as well, you can just say your next
You
question.
know, I think I want to say I was having sex with Prince Joshua,
Yeah.
and he is just so disrespectful. We were fucking so hard that my hair came off. And he kept fucking me. And he kept fucking me. So yeah, that was a pretty.
From Misty Stone to Michael Stone.
It was so embarrassing. So yes, that was a very interesting scene. I think they cut that though. Yeah, they better cut it.
It'll be out there somewhere on the
They
blue.
better cut it. Now maybe the behind the scenes they might have put it in there. But
What about you, man?
Oh, embarrassing things? Oh, I feel like there have been a few young ladies I've worked with where clearly they do not like pussy. They won't have it. But they're here. This one young lady, I will never forget, she's between my legs, and me and the director, we're just making eye contact with each other, just going,
Did you just lick the side of your thigh?
oh, it wasn't even that. She's like on the side of my thigh going,
Wait.
with that noise, you know it was. You know it was.
Was it?
I'm sorry.
No.
That was wretched.
us a letter.
I'm just sitting there, just like, what do I do? I just like finally got up and I just walked straight at the camera and I'm like, help me, because what the hell am I supposed to eat that noise?
she's like, I don't even know how to get on about it.
I don't even know. My face cannot stay straight for this. We need to leave. Turn me around. Do
And the
something.
horse.
It was like a horse with peanut butter. Just
What about you, Mick? You bound to have got to.
Yes.
So a very embarrassing moment for me was my first professional scene ever. So I was all excited, it's like I worked for this German company, flew to Paris, and it was like this huge villa, and there was a detective assistant, and the director says like, okay, listen, so there is this girl, Katarina, she's outside the house, and you're gonna catch her on the patio, bring her inside the room, and interrogate her. And after you're done interrogating, you start fucking her, and then you fuck her in the ass. And I'm like, that's amazing. It's like, I'm gonna lose something what I lost on set. I'm gonna lose my anal virginity, in a hot Czech girl,
Yeah.
which I was like, okay, it's gonna be the day, first time, in the Holy Ghost. And so on
special
her,
day.
Yeah.
on her, on her. And then it was her Holy Ghost. And the director is like, he didn't tell me anything, he literally just said that you take her, you fuck her, and that's it. He didn't tell me how long the scene or what everything goes with it. It was my first professional scene. So I take her, I was feeling good, excited, fucking the pussy, going into the ass, you know, it's like it was up and over doggy, and maybe like after a few minutes it was like, oh, it's good. Pull out and come over it, you know. I jump out, I come all over the ass, you know, get down, you know, look at the director, I was like, I was feeling good, and then it's like first professional scene. That the dick was standing hard, you know. She was like, came, you know. The girl was happy, you know, and I was expecting, you know, it's like a round of applause from everybody. It's like, yeah, you did great, you did good. You know what happened? He's fucking screaming at me. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? We need more time. We didn't take any pictures. I never told you that you can come. You know, it's like, you are
an idiot.
Get out of my sight. Like, from this, I was like, David Perry was on set, you know. He's like, David, come here. You gotta be the stunt cock for this loser. Like, David had to do the close-up for fucking stills and everything, all that kind of stuff. And I went from a high success, you know, to literally like crawling under the table. And there was a very embarrassing moment. And the counterpart to that was that for the rest of the week, I couldn't fuck anymore. Like my dick did not want to fuck. My dick only wanted to get blowjobs.
He was just sad.
I could not support
your dick only wanted to get a blowjob. That sounds a pretty good thing.
It was the weirdest thing ever, you know, it's like, he used me for blowjob for the rest of the week, you know, but
did you come quick?
Yes, it was easy, everything. It was kind of like, it was like a big PSD, you know, where it's like, oh, girl is sucking, had nothing to do with the scene, you know, it's like, because in the scene, I don't think she's even sucked it, you know, and he was like, I feel good, I feel comfortable. The moment, you know, it was like, okay, you can fuck her, and I was like, they were like, okay, never mind. So most of us here had a very long career in this industry, and the topic we're gonna talk about now is what gives you the opportunity, or what brings you to have a longevity in the industry. And I think one of the things that is most important, and a lot of performers or actors they miss that, is the respect to each other. Mm-hmm. I feel like the more you respect the people you work with or you work for, the longer your longevity in the industry can be. The second big point, I think, would be, especially for us male performers, live like an athlete. It's not just go and fuck and have a party. You need to look out for your body, you need to look out for your mind, and you need to look at the way how you live. Especially because for the male actors, you need to have a hard dick. For the girls, I think it's similar, just a little bit in a different way, you know. And then be reliable.
I think you
see it as a job. You know,
guy, you're literally probably about 5 to 10 bad scenes away from ruining your career.
But you kind of like,
because if you're a guy,
I don't think so. It's even 10 scenes. You know, it's like,
no. But I'm saying if you're a guy that constantly fails 1, 2, 3, exactly. That's it. Your career's done.
Yeah.
Now, where you could be a girl where you may have a few ropey scenes, but you're coming into your own. Yes. Where the guy will be like, 10 scenes to see like this.
Yeah. Well, and the directors are like, hey, look, I don't want to.
You don't want to
deal with this again.
For a guy, it's visible.
Yeah.
You know, like a girl can cover it up in a way, but for a guy it's visible, and we all know it's very hard.
It's a hard
to complete the scene if the dick ain't working.
It's like you say as well, word of mouth will get round, and like you ladies have probably worked with gentlemen that, you know, it's like, okay, this is a rough day. And it's like, okay, I'll book with them again. It's another rough day. And in the end, you guys go, maybe
put him on a no list.
Put him on a no list. And it's like, okay, I'm not. a few of them know this kills a guy's career straight away.
I understand.
Right.
And that's it. That's it.
How you get on the knowledge? Knowledge is like if you behave like a dick.
Well, there's that. You get
There's a lot of guys out there, it's like who think they're a superstar and they just don't. They don't get to treat the girls nice and stuff like that.
Correct.
And then they're surprised that they don't work anymore, that the career is over. It's like you say, it's like word goes around, and in the end of the day, even if we're all there for work and we're getting paid for what we do, we want to have the best time possible, and I truly believe that every woman that comes on set and works with a guy, she wants to be treated nicely.
Yes.
Because for, let's say, for a guy is one thing. A guy needs to have a hard dick and to penetrate somebody. Yeah, it's hard to get a dick up. But for a woman, for example, or anybody who gets penetrated, to be socially correct right now, it's more personal to be penetrated than penetrate somebody.
Oh, 100%.
And that plays into the psychological difficulties in the industry that are present.
Yes.
And if you have somebody that penetrates you, that respects you, that looks out for your boundaries and for your comfort,
you're gonna want to work with that person.
tries as best as possible to make the day as pleasurable as possible. You want to work with them again, which equals a long longevity in this industry.
That's why everybody wants to work with me. Yeah. They
But
do.
no, there'd be like little thing, like for me, for personally, I used to say to a lady like, which aftershave would you like me to wear? And give the
I
option.
love you doing that. That was always so
it's a very nice
nice. That was
gesture.
always so nice.
But it was just one of them where it's like, I don't want to wear an aftershave that maybe your ex-boyfriend used to wear.
You didn't trigger her.
Stand. Yeah, it could be a
That's
trigger.
smart.
But you know what's funny, Keiran?
Or now it's like one that your dad might wear. So
You smell like my dad. You look like him too.
I feel like you get that a lot.
I heard that from girls before.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it's like I've been on set and it's like sometimes girls is like, Keiran is so nice. He's asking me what kind of perfume he should wear, which aftershave I like. It's like, it made an impact.
You know who I give big props to is Lucas Frost. Because Lucas Frost came on, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying it, he came looking like this shaggy little surfer kid, like little crappy beard, long hair, and then he was just saying, what can I do to get more work? And I was like, look, you're a young lad, get rid of the beard, play up to the young look. And then he then went and did the aftershave trick, and that guy went from doing maybe 3-4 scenes a month to saying doing 15-20 scenes a month. And to the point where he does call me dad.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's my little proud porn song.
Yeah.
I feel like for a long time, a lot of men had a better chance of being like having a very lengthy longevity in the industry, because when I first started, it was kind of this crossover between DVD and internet. And when you shot for the DVD companies, they put you on the box cover. They would not shoot you again for that line or for a bunch of their lines. So it was this very limited area that you could navigate in. But dude, you could be every stick in that DVD.
You are correct.
So though your rate is lower, you're still making way more money because you're working.
And that's it.
But now there's all these guys from OnlyFans are bringing a lot more flavor into the industry. So it's nice that we can kind of spread around a bit.
It also opens up an opportunity for people that aren't curated for porn to enter in and be like, I haven't gotten any complaints at home filming my home stuff. Of course, because you haven't ruined anyone's day at home. You know what I mean? But you might when you get here to set because you think it's, hey, I'm fine with doing all of this crap that I do at home, and it might not be ethical or right to do to someone, maybe your girlfriend's okay with that. But this girl that you've just met, maybe she's not okay with you choking her immediately and sticking fingers down her throat. But you see that, I've watched Rocco Siffredi, so maybe you like getting punched in the stomach. You know what I mean? It's like, no, don't chill out.
I think it comes with pros and cons. It's like speaking about the OnlyFans thing and the way how the industry changed over the last 30 years, It's like now you have a bunch of guys come in, they do a few home scenes, whatever, like you say, you know, and then they think they're a superstar, they know what they're doing. No, they don't, you know.
Yeah.
And then they come to the realization, they go on a mainstream set and stuff like this, they fail, and then they don't know what to do, and this and that, and then it goes a whole different rabbit hole down the drain. The other thing is also like you say, you know, it's like they see, for example, Rocco Siffredi slapping a girl in the face or punching her in the stomach and stuff like that, you know, and then they think that they have to do that.
Exactly.
And create a copycat. That's a very fast way to have a very short
Career life.
career
Doesn't know nothing
in
about
the
that
mainstream
longevity.
industry, you know, because yes, you watch a scene and it may look like it was punched real, even though Rocky has his own things.
Yeah, every male performer has a different.
But I mean, many times, you know, it's like, and Keiran and myself, we can attest to it. It's like we make things look like.
Yeah.
Even
Yes.
Actors.
That is very important.
being
Yes.
like that, you know.
It's like WWE.
So
Gotta
yeah,
look
exactly.
good.
Act like, oh my
But
god.
that's coming like you
Very
can think
dramatic.
from back in the day, like when that's how we were kind of like trained to perform. But if you've got to think now how the transition is from back in the day, from when you first started out to how it is now. There's so many different things that can make your career as well. Now, I remember when I first started with Brazzers, I used to do a little thing where I used to do fan science for the big Brazzers forum members.
That was so
And
popular.
it was massive.
Yes.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to put like the girl holding a bit of paper with the guys, and they loved that kind of thing.
Really?
But that was just the forum. So that was my first kind of like toe in the water with the social media aspect. But now, if you look at it, now I think a guy can also build his brand by social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
100%.
Like
Without the companies. which is
Without the
interesting.
companies.
Yeah.
Well, and it's so accepted amongst like the new generation of younger people and people in our age group as well, that, you know, it's become more of a common place to see sexuality and porn and whatever else on social media. And then you have more people watching this stuff. So then you have more people that are coming into it with a new experience that like, oh, all I've been watching is BDSM or whatever, and like this is how you do it, and you're like, well, not everyone likes.
No,
you know,
what I'm saying now is like, you can do that, but it's the other side, that how you can grow your brand.
Oh, absolutely.
Back in the day, for a female or a male, the only way that you could grow your name, your brand, was by your performance on set.
Yeah.
And you know, the prestigious, I've got to get this award or that award. Nobody really gives a damn now, because like you say, now it's shifted tenfold. Like, and listen, Johnny Sins is probably the king of it. He jumped on TikTok back in the day, and that is blew Johnny up to a level that most lads would aspire to. Now, would I say Johnny's the best performer ever? No, I wouldn't. And that's no dig at Johnny. He's brilliant in his
lane.
His lane.
Absolutely.
But his lane, he owns 3 or 4. He's got the social media lane, he's got his performing lane and things like that. Now some guys, and again, I'm not going to have a dig at him, but Scott is one of my good friends.
Yes.
Back in the day, he used to go, Keiran, what are you doing on Twitter? What are you doing on these kind? And used to mock it.
Yeah.
I really mock it. But for me, that was one of the things that really kind of helped grow my career. You know, like I said, from Brazzers, doing the little stunts like the penis insurance, the billboard. So I played on it. I was like, I'm going to play it on Twitter. I had, you know, Mr. $1 Million Penis and things like that.
Right.
Where now I laugh at Scott, because Scott has got his social media.
And he's
the
trying
worst.
It's so funny. He's
There's a
trying
picture.
to.
It's like, no, Scott, you just want it for your Instagram. Yeah, will you tweet it for me? No, Scott, I'm not going to do that. You used to mock me back in the day for doing
now you want me to do it.
And now it's like, and I'll see him catching him taking sly ones where we'll walk, or just like a video. And he'll be like, Scott nails. I'm here with Keiran. And then it's like that. Right, okay. But that's what I'm saying, is how that is so important now, alongside performance, especially for ladies as well.
But I feel like a huge misconception is that just because you have like a name and a following online, people think that makes them an amazing performer. Like myself, I had over 2 million followers on Instagram before I ever got into mainstream, and I came into it with this like fear of being on set almost, because I didn't know what I was supposed to do. All I had done is OnlyFans, and so I came into it, and I'm in no way similar to you guys. I'm very, very new. Like next month will be 3 years in the industry for me. I'm very new.
And your kids.
But the thing is, your performance level is on par with any.
Yeah.
So
But I came into it like wanting to learn more. I didn't come into it like I know everything, like I'm an amazing performer because I did OnlyFans. When on OnlyFans, it was completely different. I focused on like personal videos where you're like talking to somebody and it's one-on-one, or I'm by myself.
More intimate feeling.
Or it's very personal kind of sex tapes where everything is just shitty POV, for lack of better words. And so I feel like now there's this huge misconception that just because you have a name and a status online means you're going to be an amazing performer, and you end up with these people coming onto sets that have no idea what they're doing and they don't want to learn. They're coming into it like, I know exactly what I'm doing because I have this many followers online.
Well, and I feel,
She better not never be on set with me. Where that girl is?
not to blame any of the studios or anything, but when it comes down to it, I think studios have a big role in how this is perceived, because they would prefer to hire that person with more followers because it helps them out as far as getting more viewers to see the scene and more fans and this and that. And it's taking a shortcut and saying, hey, let's hire this person because they have the 1 million followers. And you go, well, maybe they're not a great performer. And they're like, well, it's going to make money. So that's all.
Well, that's it. But like I would say, Adam, you've come in with a big following. Brazzers hit jackpot getting you, because you've got the following, but you've also back it up with performance. Now, I can say as a producer performer, we've booked girls in the past that have got these following, and I'm like, she's not the greatest fun. Now, you come from a different journey compared to, say, Madison or Miss, because we didn't have that back in the day. And it was like, you girls would probably have to do scenes where you're like, really? Do I have to do this? And like,
we had to work our way up.
Work your way up. Yeah. You earn your stripes like no other. And like probably working with guys that you didn't want to work with, and
or even
like
showing
that.
up and the one person who's on your no list is your person to work with that day.
Yeah.
And you're like, I have one person on my no list.
And they're
here.
What the fuck?
And they're like, but because the industry guys were so scarce, I've had people be like, well, you better leave because we're going to get another girl. We cannot switch out the guy.
Yeah.
And it's understandable, because your guys' job, you have to have a physical reaction. Yeah. You have to be very present. Us girls, we get to just enjoy ourselves.
But yes and no, because you say that, but then sometimes you've got to think.
It's true.
You've got scenes where you're like, this guy, his breath reeks, he's hasn't washed his bollocks, you know, and things like that.
It's so veiny.
But that's it. But you got to think, that was back in the day, and I would say how porn has changed in the 20 years since Brazzers has been, is look at it now. Look at the boundary checklist, the things like that, which I think makes sets a lot more enjoyable.
That's such a beautiful thing.
I think it changed to the better.
Yeah.
Playing out right. It changed out to the better, and the Brazzers as a company itself is a front runner in that, you know.
Yes.
What they do for the performers, what they put in place so that everybody feels comfortable on set, and that their boundaries are respected. I mean, when we look back like 3 decades ago, we didn't even know what we do on set. I mean, not just the girls, we guys also didn't know. It's like you get a phone call, you know, it's like, hey, you know, it's like you gotta be there at 9 a.m. in the morning. And you think like, oh my God, I'm gonna work with one girl, and then you show up, you know, it's like 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guy, 4 guy, 5 guy. Where's the girl? You know?
We're still waiting to get one.
And the girl comes up, you know, it's like, yeah, guess what? Today we're gonna shoot triple anal, you know, or double anal and stuff like that, you know. And for the girls back then, you know, the agent literally, when I was there in conversations, the agent literally said to the girls, like, listen, he was like, if you want to do porn, you need to do everything. There's no, and that was in Europe, there's no, it's like this or that or whatever, not, I'm not gonna ask you vaginal, anal, stuff like that. You wanna do porn, you need to be open to everything. And the girls did not know what they do the moment they sit in the makeup chair. They find out what they are doing once they're done with the makeup, once the stills are done, you know, and then the director shows up and says like, hey, guess what? Today we're going to shoot the DP. Are you ready for it?
I feel like me and you both got to see the era which there was like, no one would ask you if you wanted to be spit in your mouth.
Yes, correct.
But it would happen.
But it would happen.
guys-
Now, it's up to you to use your discernment and tell them, hey, I don't like this or I don't like that. But those things would come about. Now, we are so good at that.
Yeah.
We're so
You
much.
could think back in the day, cunt wasn't really a word.
No.
It was just crack on. You want it really, and then
much,
you
yeah.
didn't want to make a scene because in your head you're thinking, if I cancel,
What if I'm not gonna get no more work?
I'm not. That's
You
it.
might be on your way out.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
So you actually suppress yourself and then be like, all right, I'm just gonna do it.
And that's where I would say that, you know, probably
this is
some
where
of
the
the
growth
past,
has come.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some of the past performers, you know, that come out and they say I had these horror stories on set. I can relate
That's
to them
what
and say,
we
yeah, I can relate to it and say, you know what, you're probably right.
Yeah.
I would say that. So, but I think it's bad now that, you know, modern day people just go, oh, that's how porn sets up, where it's so far from the truth, I think,
so
now.
far.
But don't get me wrong, there is still scumbags.
Of course.
But there's scumbags in every industry.
A lot of things that you hear outside of the industry of people talking about the people in the industry is this misconception that we're gross.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you have sex with this many people and that must be disgusting. You have all of these STDs. And in reality, it's more likely to have an STD from a guy you hook up with on
Right.
Tinder or meet in a bar
Right.
than us who were constantly and consistently tested and verifying each other's tests. And outside of this, like I know multiple people who they've gone their entire life never having a test.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And that's so common.
It's exactly what you say. Do you know that in the Western world, the STD that is most spread around humans is actually chlamydia? And the reason why chlamydia is because chlamydia can be literally without symptoms. And like you say, people in their personal life, they don't test, you know,
So how are they
unless something is hurting or unless they have
Well,
to do it.
you know,
so they can
they won't even know
spread
they got
around
it.
without-
I've got a funny story about that. So years and years ago, I was in a bar back in my hometown. Lady comes up to me. You're disgusting. She's drunk. You're disgusting. You're that porn star. You've had sex with all these women without condoms. Blah
How do
blah
I
blah.
get in on
Which STD?
But then the funny thing, I went, and I had a few to drink as well. Sweetheart, I was like, the girls I work with are way cleaner than you. And she goes, I've been with my boyfriend for the last 3-4 years, blah, blah, blah. I went, how do you know he's never cheated on you? Anyway, so say I ended up wearing a drink that night, she wasn't as pleased. So, fast forward maybe about 8-9 months later, I'm in another bar in where I'm from. Same girl comes up to me. I was like, oh,
Not you again.
fucking hell, here we go. And then, but she was sober this time. She goes, hey, I owe you an apology. I'm like, nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. She goes, no. She goes, it got me thinking what you said. She goes, I went for my pap smear and they did like a full check on me. She goes, I came back positive for chlamydia. He'd been cheating on her. So
Look at you.
no, but don't get me wrong, I did take her back that night. And I was like, she wasn't too bad with my next one. I was like, I pulled a condom out, I was better use this with you, I don't know where you've been. and I jokingly from it, but that is like, how many times, like, especially in Europe, if you go on like a boys' holiday to like Ibiza, Malia, places like that, trust me, guys out there, wasted, they see a pretty lady and they're getting their dick wet, they are not bagging up.
Yeah.
Now, where if you're in the adult entertainment, you're thinking, hang on a minute,
I have
That's
two.
boring.
that could end up costing you a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know where that pussy went.
And the other thing is also like, believe it or not, people like. We are in the industry. We are very self-aware of our body, and we know we have a pretty good medical understanding. You know, when it comes to sexually transmitted diseases and all that kind of stuff. If you're some time in the industry, right? People who are not in the industry, they don't really have the knowledge, you know, unless they really search for it.
Yeah.
And the story I can say is like one of my friends. I was training with him in the gym. He's not in the industry, and he speaks a little German, even though he's American, so we connected, right? And he liked to have sex with a lot of women, right? And so he asked me questions, you know, because this and that. And one of the subjects was, you know, it's like, yeah, dude, some of the girls I have sex with, you know, it's like their vaginas don't really smell that great. And but the women always say that's normal, you know, and stuff like this. And I'm look at him and it's like, Tyler, I have to break the news to you. In let's say, just to be fair, 98% of the cases, if the vagina has a smell, there might be something wrong,
Or even just a pH imbalance.
Yeah,
too.
it could be that.
There's something is wrong, And I told him, it's like, I wouldn't put my thingy thing, in there, if it smells bad.
But like you said, it can be a pH balance from like your period and things like that.
Or even just I love bubble baths.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
what I
them.
was gonna say,
But they cause like some trouble for the ladies, so I have to pick and choose. If I want good dick that week, we're no bubble baths.
But that's the thing. A lot of ladies in the biz do a bit of the scratch and sniff, don't they? And they go,
Oh,
I'm good.
I'm good. That's what
Yeah.
I'm all right to go.
Flavor saver. Gotta check it.
There you go. Where a girl on a Friday night might not be.
Oh, she doesn't know how to scratch and sniff.
She don't know.
Look, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily their fault. It's not their fault,
No, they're just uneducated.
Nobody has. I mean,
Yes.
you grow up, it's like, let's say, and you have a few sex partners and all that kind of stuff. People don't really talk much about those kind of things because it can be embarrassing.
It's a hard
and
subject.
Your parents is not
They
gonna
don't
go
teach
to
you
you and
this.
say like, hey,
This is how you should take care of your
Madison,
pussy.
it's
This
like always check if it smells or not. It's like they're not gonna speak about it, especially not in America.
Yeah.
And unless they have an experience or they have somebody telling them, they think it's normal.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's move on from smelly vaginas and smelly penises.
Let's talk about fish.
Going back to the same I'd say
Salmon facial.
Facials? Yes, salmon
I'd say
facials.
one of the other big misconceptions about porn is you can't have families.
Yes, that's a big one.
And that for me, I was like, this is me opening my heart out. Back in the day, when I got in the biz, I was like, there's no chance I am having children. I was like, no way.
I thought that before.
Because I was like, look, the way that people perceive porn and, the way, especially nowadays with bullying, how bad it is online and things like that, I was like, there is no way. It's not fair for me to bring a child into the world. Fast forward, my wife ended up getting pregnant. I've got 3 beautiful kids, and I don't put them.
Family.
And I don't put them online. I keep them away from line. But we are a normal family than anything. We do the stereotypical things of going to the park, birthday parties, and things like that. But for me, I'm still very reserved from attending school events, maybe birthdays and things like that, because
you're so well known.
I've got a recognisable face, I've got the accent, and we've had it before where, we've had kids' birthday party and we've had a text at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. My wife's like, is your husband Keiran Lee? And it's like,
possibly.
But it's like my wife just, the old monkey face with the eyes like that,
Right.
and then, but it's like that. But then people don't like, oh wow, you guys
are regular
normal.
people.
Like we've done it before where we've had like Christmas parties and things like that, and like I used to do it at mine. We'd have maybe 15, 20 porn stars, like top porn stars there, and like with pajamas, Christmas pajamas, and we'd post that picture, and you'd look at the comments. It's like, bet that was a crazy orgy, blah blah.
Right.
And I'm thinking, if only you knew, we just ate like pigs, played a silly board game, and everybody went home.
Well, and I think if anything too, like you get out all of that like sexual energy and stuff on set.
Yeah.
And it feels better to have a normal interaction with family members or with your coworkers and stuff outside of work.
Because they can relate to what you're going
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what it has to do? It's again, the mainstream media transparency or interpretation. It's like what people learn and stuff like that. I still feel like it's like people outside of the industry they still see us as Boogie Nights. It's like everybody's seen the movie Boogie Nights. I mean, you look at the movie and I'm thinking like, man, it would have been fun, to live in this time. But our industry is far from that, and it also has to do with the way how the industry evolved over the last 40 years. It's like no woman on set want to have a guy running behind her like a dog are trying to get laid when the scene is done. You know, everybody has their life where they go back to. Everybody wants to have their space appreciated and respected, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like
And
that's
that is-
another common misconception is that all performers are always DTF. You are down to fuck every moment of every day.
Well,
someone
this is
comes
a
up to you.
Well.
Yeah. But also, you know, you
It's a
get those
job.
moments that like someone runs up on you and they want that aggressive sexual energy. They want to
Yeah.
feel the ferocity from you that they see in your scenes. And it's like, bitch, I'm tired.
They
Bring me a
want, they want
snack.
seductive Madison Ivy.
Yes.
They want this, and it's like,
They
well,
just don't know. They just want to be fisting mac and cheese into my
Yeah.
mouth. Like, I'm double fisting
I feel like that,
things.
you know, in the times where I've, you know, if I have hooked up with like a co-performer outside of work,
Not you,
know what I mean?
Alex.
But like they would prefer just some normal sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, hey, you don't have to fuck me all crazy.
You don't have to be doing like open up doggy.
Yeah, don't
Like,
take me out.
let's just go missionary for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And I'm like, cool. I'm
Dude,
totally.
it's my favorite thing to say, you know. It's like even friends back in Austria, you know, it's like they're like, oh man, it's like, how do you like to fuck the girls best, you know, in their private life? It's like, to be honest,
Like you say,
Lay
spoon
down.
bitch.
no, it's like for
If I
me,
ever ask my wife to get
Keiran,
on top, Jesus Christ, I'm
I
asking the
fuck-
world.
5 to 10 minutes, missionary, boom, boom, boom. I'm the happiest person in the world.
Yeah.
I don't need no doggy. I don't need reverse cowgirl. Cowgirl is fun too, you know. It's like spoon is okay, you know. But it's like missionary all day long, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm boring. I'm boring.
As a male performer,
fucking-
how
it's like-
good at home is it when you don't have to hip out and like play
Right.
and just go,
You can just lay there.
Just like smash.
not even smash.
But just like lay your
membrane
whole
it.
body, exactly, lay your whole
Yes.
body on top of the other person. And just
Like I don't have to.
envelop
It's just
them.
the best. You don't have to open up. You know, it's like, you don't have a director, Keiran Lee. You know,
Hang on, whoa. I let you do whatever you want, so I'm like, just go and have fun. And I think that's one of the things I always say, but I think there's that, and then I would say the other misconception is they think that we don't talk to our families. We all come from a broken background.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like,
Everybody has daddy issues.
daddy issues. I'm like,
Them daddy
hang on a
issues.
minute. I am so close to. I'm a mummy's boy. I'm proud to admit I'm a mummy's boy. I literally call my mum in the morning. I call her in the afternoon.
Me too.
Like that.
Same here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just took the parents to Disneyland.
There you go.
Like,
There you go.
you know,
Yeah, there you go.
the big D.
And I think the other thing too is that being in this industry, you have to be like open-minded and accepting to all these different things. It makes you a nicer, cooler person. And I think people have this misconception. They're like, you're this, you're that, you're a slut or whatever. Then they meet you and you're like, wow,
you're
you're
totally-
really fucking
yeah, you're
cool.
cool,
Like
yeah.
everyone that I've met in porn is really cool. That's weird. And you're like, really? Like, it's like,
Is it really
Yeah.
weird?
It's like-
I was. Back in the day. Back in the day.
Not no more.
No more.
Slut no more.
She tamed me. She
Slut
tamed me.
no more.
But no, it's like I said. Like for me, like it's funny because when people ask my mum, "Oh, what's your lad up to these days?" or she calls me an erotic model. I think that's quite a nice little way.
I love that.
An erotic model.
Can you give me your Zoolander look?
My what?
Your Zoolander.
I say, well, I don't know. The Botox is
You know, honestly, I feel like the longevity that we have in our career is, it has to be balanced in order to even, in order to even get to that point of having longevity. You have to understand how to balance your personal life and the porn life and not overindulge into too much, you know, drinking and drugs and different things of that nature. You just want to be able to balance your personal life and your porn life so that you can actually have longevity, because otherwise you'll end up sad or somewhere not getting no work, or just let's just say drugs and alcohol don't mix that well all the time. And I think that's one of the things that worked out for me. I didn't overindulge in those things. And a lot of girls don't make it that long because of that. So I don't know, that's one of the things that worked out for me. I didn't overindulge in stuff. I'm able to balance my personal life with my porn. And it worked out, baby. Come on, somebody chime in with me for me.
I feel
Just before we go on any further, we've got these two ladies have got the best voices.
Thank you.
They're just like that. I'm just saying.
No, they have very
But then it's
sensual.
like, you just sit there.
You got me on the spot.
just
So I'm
sit
like,
there going-
shit, how do I answer this question? But yeah, I think that's one of the things.
It's like Misty Stone
I just,
stories.
man, no, because seriously, it can take a toll on a lot of the girls,
Yeah.
and you
We've
lose
seen
yourself.
that. We've
You
seen that
lose
with a lot
yourself.
of ladies
So-
and gents.
But I also say, I mean, that's what you said. I mean, it's like you speak from your experience in the industry.
And I've seen
But
it.
I feel like even if you work in a different industry, you know, it's like even if you work on the Wall Street, you
Yes.
know, or
same.
even you're a bartender, you know, whatnot in this world. You need to find a separation from that what you do for work with your personal life, whatever that is, because the personal life that you have, whatever you do, that has nothing to do with the work life, gives you energy for the work life after, or recovers your mind, you know, and settles you in a way.
What about you, Matt? How do
Thank
you
you, baby.
pace yourself?
Ooh, I feel like the burnout rate these days, I mean, it's just getting hotter and hotter. I feel like before I would take like maybe a month off of work every year. And I just spend that whole month just doing stuff for myself. You always want to take time off of in between shoots, but take a big long break for yourself. Because doing the social networking, the shooting, being present all the time, when you're naked and you have to worry about your whole body, what that looks like, it's exhausting. So doing all that and then just doing stuff for the pure dollar of it, I never wanted to do scenes just for the money. I just knew that if I was gonna do double, triple, anal, gangbang, all these things, if I'm just doing it for the money, I'm just gonna get so tired. So I only ever do what I wanna do. And I was very lucky that I had a female agent that told me, do what you wanna do. Don't overextend yourself, because the moment you start doing anal, DP, gangbang, that's all they're gonna want from you.
Yes.
So give yourself a little bit of space to play with your booty hole later. Take a moment. So we let the booty hole breathe.
Yes,
Let the
yes.
booty hole breathe.
Gradually, honey, gradually.
Like navigate the desires.
I feel like for me, balancing my personal life with my work life was never very difficult, especially since I came into it through cosplay and conventions. Like, there was my home life and then there was my like cosplay self. So I always had that distinction. I feel like they do overlap in a way, because I bring my nerdy life into my work life, but I don't let my work life come into my personal. So like in all of the mainstream scenes I've done, I'm portrayed as this like very outgoing person that does all of these amazing, crazy things, or I'm very dominant, or I'm very this, or I'm very that. And in my home life, I'm the complete opposite. Like, I have 8 dogs, I play video games, I swim in my pool, and I don't leave my house. And everybody has this misconception that, oh my God, porn stars party all the time. I won't go to any party I'm invited to. And it's like such the opposite of like my porn self versus my personal self. And I feel like for me, mixing those two, it just doesn't work for me. I feel like if I'm all the time trying to be my porn self in my personal life, or my personal self in my porn life, then they're gonna affect each other in a negative
Well, that's why
way.
we have stage names.
Exactly. And especially
Yeah.
for a lot of people, like, they think that porn stars are never exhausted or they never have a bad day, but I feel like the distinction is separating your personal life from your work life. If I'm having a terrible day, that's not on the director I'm working with, or the partner that I'm working with, or my co-star, or anything like that. That's on whatever is going on in my home life, and you leave that there. And I feel like that's a huge thing, that even though I don't have the longevity that you guys have, it has helped me to not screw up the career that I've been building, is I don't let my home life affect my work life.
That's straight and narrow.
Absolutely. I come onto set, and no matter what it is that's going on at home, I'm in an amazing mood and I'm happy to be there. And the directors and the sets help a lot with that, because they're not too heavy. They're not, and especially, I got very lucky. I came in and was Brazzers right away. And that was the first scene I ever did was Brazzers. That was the only thing I wanted to do. I was exclusive from my own will with Brazzers, and so I got very lucky that the sets are very lighthearted. They keep things, if you're having a bad day, you go on set and you don't even remember you're having a bad day. So I got very lucky with that. But I feel like you do have to kind of separate what's going on at home versus what's going on at work, as with any other job.
How do you stay grounded?
You know, I think it actually happened recently, because I feel like I've kind of have a personality of being scrambled a lot of the times. I've been called a space cadet, you know, which is fine with me. That's how I've always been. But with the opportunity, honestly, I feel like Brazzers has like changed my life because I have the contract, I have the opportunity to make my own schedule, not as far as when I'm going to shoot, but I have a lot of free time. And my ex and my daughter moved to Connecticut about a year and a half ago, and I moved there just last month as well, and so now I'm 5 minutes away from my daughter, and I wasn't able to do that before when I was working constantly every day, and now I'm able to separate the two. And I was always at the parties, I was always at the events, I was always going out and drinking, and I was doing all this stuff, and now I actually am able to like get away from that and realize like, hey, focus on your health, focus on your family, all this stuff that's more important. And it's given me a newfound appreciation for my time in Connecticut with my family, right? Which makes me enjoy it more. And also, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. So when you're away from shooting as much, then you miss it later on, and you have a better scene when you come back, because you're like, oh man, I haven't done any of this in a couple of weeks because I've been away. You know what I mean? And then when you come home, you're like, my baby, my family, all my stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to lie. As soon as this airs, Alex is going to have about 20 new text messages from girls, because you have just like broke every girl's like, oh my God, I can hear it here.
Their hearts are just breaking.
And I'm just thinking, he's just got so much pussy from that.
It was all a trick and it worked.
I know, it's genuine, but I'm just saying. How do you like go to that? Mick, over to you. Follow up that one.
I think staying grounded, is the very important thing is to have things you do outside of the industry.
Yeah.
It's like, same in my situation. It's like I came 2 years ago from performing 25 to 30 days a month, having the contract with Brazzers now gives me the opportunity to have more time with the family, have more time to do other things, and enjoy my boys and my wife and stuff like that. And it also helps or makes it easier, to recover your mind from certain things, right? And like Alex said, you go after back to do scenes, and you're like, oh wow, that's great. I haven't done that for a minute. And it's like that. I said many times, it has its pros and cons. It's like when I did like 25, 30 scenes a month, I felt like I was in better shape.
Yeah.
It's like because you move every day,
right,
stuff like that. Now you try to compensate that with other things, but from the mind itself. You go in, you do a scene, it's like it's a different excitement there, right? And it's a healthy, different excitement. Mm-hmm. But even before that happened, I always was very consistent with that. Once I leave the set, I leave the set behind.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I rarely had any interest go out to the parties, industry events and stuff like that. Some people think like I live like a stranger, but no offense. It's not about that I don't love the people from the industry and that I dearly enjoy all of the people that I met or that I worked with. It's really just like you need time for yourself to recover, to settle in, and just to decompress.
Yeah.
See, for me, I learned the hard way, because I got in and I was me, Scott, and we were Brazzers contract guys. We were like
fun
going out. I remember doing my scene in the day. I'd be on set all day, then going out at night. Obviously, go with whoever girl and go home again, banging at night, going set the next day.
Awesome. You're the reason they had to book us at the faraway hotel. Not putting you near the Vegas Strip.
Yeah, so I was like, but still, like, you remember the house at Brazzers. Like, that's like, we'd finish a scene, like we used to all stay at the house, and you'd be like, hey, I didn't work with that chick today. You just get chatting. You know, that was how it used to be back in
Remember
the
some
day.
good times in the sauna.
Yeah, there was a few bad.
Some good times.
But yes, I've gone pushing now. But I was like, for me then, I kind of the penny dropped. I was like, if I keep doing this, I am not going to be able to keep performing because in theory you're doing 2 scenes a day.
Yeah. You run out of energy.
Yeah, you just like
Also
and then
the chafing.
Yeah, you have to start thinking about your dick that's your moneymaker and go, hang on. And then, like I said, I got really lucky. I met a beautiful lady. I had 3 beautiful kids. And it was like, my time now is, okay, can't wait to get home, have movie night, you know, and like do like I say, you know, I take my daughter for, you know, days at spa, nails. I love all that stuff. And that's that's Keiran on set. He's a laugh, he's a joke, he's a bit of a class clown. But then when I'm at home, listen, I'm a totally different person. I'm a dad, I'm there putting nail polish on, and that's what people don't see. Hopefully I get as much, you know, text as Alex. I do actually genuinely mean it. But no,
I love that. Yeah, no, you have to go home and get grounded. Like I enjoy doing stuff like writing. I'm writing a book right now. Crazy, right? About my spiritual journey and how to help people get through it. Like I'm a totally different type of motherfucker at home. It's totally different. But you know, I just learned how to balance both.
What's
I know
called?
that. What is it called?
Timekeeping 101.
It might be. It might be, honey. It might be.
Misty Stone on time.
How to steal
Divine timing, honey.
Divine. Oh, I like that one.
Timing.
But like you say, everybody has like different ways of how we sit back and we relax and we separate work. But like going back to it, how do we think porn is going to be in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years?
Ooh.
Abigaiil.
Oh,
That's a very good question.
but I wasn't even in it 20 years ago.
Well, there you go. So,
Use your imagination.
there we go. Where do you think you could see porn going in 20
years? Wow.
The reason why he asked you is because your first scene you did for Brazzers, you came from the future.
Yeah.
You
So you should know.
Because maybe he thinks
You are in
you
this
already
future.
know. You gotta know what it's going to be like in 20
The
years.
Terminator. for a while.
Yeah.
Terminate me, please.
Tell us more
What
about
I do at home, I might be the Terminator.
There we go. I'll be
I
back.
don't know. I don't see it changing dramatically in mainstream, but I definitely see like things blowing up in the AI sense,
Yes.
VR sense. Like that's becoming so much more popular, and people are actually getting a sense of like these different mechanisms where it can like touch you or stroke you or different things like that, which is absolutely phenomenal. But I don't think that is necessarily going to change the craving for mainstream because it's a completely different type of view. But I'm really excited for the AI stuff and like the touchy things. I want to put on a VR goggle and have something feel me up. So I think, I don't know. I want to try it. I think it's going to be insanely cool whenever things start, like technology takes off. But I also think that mainstream is still going to stay as popular as it is because people are going to still want the disconnected experience as well. If that makes sense.
I'm sorry, Brazzers fans, there could be an AI Keiran. So for all the fans like, I'm fed up of seeing this old grey guy, there's going to be an AI Keiran.
He's alive forever.
I'm going to live forever in porn.
I would love a hologram of me.
I just
Wouldn't that
holograms.
be cool?
Yes. I just love, like you were saying, all the technological advancements that we're making. Technology is just going further, faster now. So I love the sensory things, the stuff that you can get. You can plug in your fleshlight, and with the way you move it, it makes the video speed up or slow down. So I think just incorporating way more sensory things. I also want like an armchair with just a hand that'll come out and just just do what it needs to do. I just want to sit in like a lazy boy with hands and just have it do what it needs to do.
Oh, that's nice.
So someone make me that lazy boy.
I've always.
I'll be the prototype.
You're my lazy boy.
Have you guys ever seen that movie like Surrogates?
Yes.
Right? And I always kind of imagine like that's kind of what the future of this would be down the line. I mean, I don't know how far.
AI sex dolls.
But these AI sex dolls, and it's going to get to the point where guys that may be fed up with like trying their hand out and getting rejected all the time, they're like, well, the machine's not going to reject me because I paid for it. You know what I mean? And get their stuff at home. But then that makes people like us a real commodity when we are a real live version of that.
I could go even further back than that. Have you ever seen Demolition Man?
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's like people don't have sex
Yeah, with
anymore.
the helmets. Yeah.
What do you mean you're kissing?
He's like, don't touch me. That's
My favorite scene in Demolition Man, is like when he Sylvester Stallone,
Sits with Sandra Bullock. By the way,
Sandra Bullock, he just comes back thawed up and stuff like that, and they're about to have sex, and she's like,
push the head.
In our time, it's forbidden to exchange sexual fluids. It's like we have sex like this, and she puts a fucking hammer to something.
We have sex like this.
Yeah, and that's like the way I have sex.
But I wonder if in the future you will be able to put a headset on
and you have sex with Keiran.
No, Joe loves it. John Smith at home is now having sex with Abigaiil Morris.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Grow up with dinosaurs. What are those movies?
Demolition Man.
Go home, watch it. I'm sure it's on Netflix or somewhere.
Yeah, it's one today.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Absolutely an amazing movie. I mean, it was really cool.
So it was.
I love her movies.
So,
They go to Taco Bell as the nice five-star restaurant. Yeah, we're going to Taco Bell.
I mean, but see, it makes me wonder. And it's a little bit off subject now, but I want to know what you guys say to that. We have all these Hollywood movies, it's like Terminator, like Demolition Man, and even Avatar, and all that kind of stuff, that was created, like decades ago, especially Demolition Man and Terminator. And now we live in a time where we speak about, for example, Demolition Man that could become a reality.
But art indicates the future.
Terminator, Elon Musk is creating the robots. It's like we're not too far away from Terminator. Just say the truth. How the fuck did those people, when they wrote these movies, come up with that kind of shit? There need to be. I mean, maybe I'm stupid, but time travel, and mark my words. At this podcast today, and when we're gonna watch it in 50 years, you're all gonna say like, how the fuck did they know that? Time travel is going to be possible in the future, one way or the other.
I think
I'm 100% sure.
I think it might be a little more simple than that when you think about. They just came up with an idea, and then people took that idea and made it reality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they're like, oh, that thing from back in the day, it's real now because I remember it from Demolition or whatever. You know what I mean?
This is one version, right? But it's like there's so many things that were iconic when it was created.
Yeah.
And the mind back then, when those things were created, it's like the human mind was not at the same level as we are right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is the conflict I have to believe that so many people in that time were just geniuses in a way that they came up with it. There gotta be a way more crazier explanation than just saying, they just had a great idea.
They have a higher level of consciousness.
And now they
if you look at it, the old cliche, it used to be the pizza boy back in porn. Now it's the Uber Eats guy in porn. I wonder what it's going to be in 20 years' time.
Yeah.
And
We've gone pizza boy to Uber Eats to
I think because
the spaceship driver.
I think it's because it's become so much more acceptable amongst everyone too.
Yeah.
And everyone's shooting their own stuff. I feel like in the future, everyone's going to have studio quality type stuff and shooting like big time
Productions.
productions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's like,
People
and it's going to be so accepting.
Yes.
People are going to be so accepting to it that you're going to have people like, oh, I can't wait to see the new Big Cock Sluts 5. You know what I mean? Like, I've been waiting for the next one to come out because it's an actual movie that you're gonna sit down and like eat some popcorn to and actually watch the shit. Maybe not even jerk off. You know what I mean? Like,
I wonder you remember Total Recall?
yeah.
Oh, such a good one.
Totally recall it.
Such a
Total
good one.
Recall. I want to work with a lady with 3 boobs. Yeah, what the remake of it? Can you imagine 3 boobed lady, 2 dick guys?
I want one.
Imagine you could do DP with the same guy.
Ooh.
I want to fuck the Terminator.
Call Elon Musk. Elon Musk, if you watch the broadcast.
The Terminator.
I was the Sperminator.
Can we have a comeback of the Sperminator?
I'll be back after the
Did you basically have Mick's voice for it?
That would be perfect.
Yeah, it'd be Mick. It's
I gotta be the
Yeah.
Terminator.
You got it.
Yeah.
Nobody is Paul Mick is the
Genau.
Terminator.
Terminator.
Sperminator.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Terminator.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well,
One red eye contact.
Yeah.
pink eye.
Don't give
So you just gotta jizz in their eye real quick.
Quick. Clean up.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're ready to shoot.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you get it? How did you get the red eye? It's like, yeah, I did the scene with Keiran.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. That's what it
Sometimes you
always
miss.
does.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap this up. So let everybody say, their bits about Brazzers' 20th anniversary. So Abigaiil, let's start with you.
I told you I wasn't gonna.
I knew I'd put it on.
Well, happy 20th, Brazzers. I think that this company is the best that's ever done it, and I hope that it's forever and keeps going and keeps getting bigger and keeps getting more amazing because I fucking love it and I want to do this forever. I'm gonna be 90 and still doing it.
Yeah.
Not far off. Misty.
Happy 20th anniversary, Brazzers. I enjoy the company. I enjoy how wonderful they treat me like a queen. I feel like it's just, I feel it's so professional. It's so wonderful. It's nice to be a part of a family and somebody who cares about my little fucking ass. So I just want to say I love you, Brazzers. Happy 20th anniversary, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of this family.
Nick, you're going to follow Misty.
It's a hard one to follow, but Brazzers, happy 20th birthday anniversary. I hope I said it correctly.
No.
My Austrian
Doesn't
accent.
matter.
I hope that we're gonna have at least another 20 years of Brazzers amazingness in our future written, however that will be. And thank you so much for having me a part of it.
Wow. Tough one.
Yeah.
Mine up.
Yes. We'll cut that out.
Congratulations, Brazzers, 20th anniversary. Thank you for having me here. It's amazing to be part of this. I kind of view Brazzers as a, I don't want to toot anyone's horn here, but it's kind of like the Rockefellers, you know what I mean, of this time, and they're growing, and you guys got the podcast, and there's Roundtable, and there's new ideas all the time, and they're always the front runners, the new ones to put out some new shit that everyone else is always copying. So I think that they're going to be way huge in the future, and this is just the start, and it's awesome to be part of it. So, yeah.
It's just such a beautiful thing to be a part of the Brazzers family. Like, I really see in 200 years, when they're looking back at the history of porn, Brazzers, it's going to be right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be up at the top. And I love the name so much, because when I actually got told what the name means and how it was chosen, all the owners got together and they're just celebrating starting this company together. And one of the guys goes, you guys are my Brazzers. You're my brothers. You're my family. You are my Brazzers. So that is
awesome.
Brazzers. Brazzers is
the brothers.
filthy
Brazzers from the
family.
Brothers.
Yes, I love it.
I'll keep mine short and sweet. Brazzers, I just want to say thank you for making my career, changing my life. So congratulations on 20 years. So happy anniversary, Brazzers.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.